All right, then Siddharth Vishwanathan makes a late entry and no surprises, no surprises. Well, I thought that you were hoping against hope that somebody will score those 31 runs in the last over, but what has happened is that Royal Challengers Bangalore have beaten Chennai Super Kings, which means that Chennai Super Kings, your Chennai Super Kings,
Yes.
your Chennai Super Kings, your CSK, my CSK, everybody's CSK is now out
of contention.
Absolutely, is out of race for a place in the playoffs. And what has RCB done? They have only improved their chances of making it to the playoffs, although it is still difficult with the poor net run rate that they have.
Yep.
But still, they have at least put an end to that 3-match losing streak.
Correct.
Yeah.
3-match losing
And
streak.
4-match losing streak to Chennai Super Kings. They lost in the last game of 2020 to them.
At least they won today. They have won today, Siddharth. At least give them some credit.
Yeah, credit
today
where it is
also
due.
he is coming out with those
Stats.
numbers where you have to tell people about CSK's supremacy over RCB, but didn't work today.
Didn't work. I mean, looking at the kind of start that Devon Conway and Rituraj Gaikwad had.
Absolutely.
You allowed Glenn Maxwell, who hasn't bowled his full quota of overs, you gave him 2 for 22 in 4 overs. You lost the momentum right in there. Because see, Uthappa and Ambati Raidu, the two players
Who's
in
to
the...
be blamed?
I think it was primarily the Chennai Super Kings batsmen. They have themselves to blame. If I have to lay it as to who the blame should be, it should be on Dwayne Pretorius for giving away 16 runs in that final over.
No. This was still a
Two
chaseable
sixes.
target.
Absolutely.
Still a chaseable target.
Absolutely.
I think
And
it was a
thought-
collective failure by the batting order, middle order in particular. There's no middle order.
I thought they were well within a chance. They had their chances. I thought they were well on course. Moeen Ali, for me, I thought he could have finished that game. 34 of 27 deliveries. In fact, he got a 6 before he got out.
He chased a white ball. If he left it, it would have been a wide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he should have finished. I thought he couldn't capitalize on the start that you mentioned that Devon Conway had provided. In fact, Devon Conway also, gave his wicket away at a very crucial stage. But then, except for Devon Conway and Ruturaj Gaikwad to an extent, just 28 of 23, nobody really got going. Just two double-digit scores, 13 for Dwayne Pretorius and 10 from Ambati Raidu.
34 from Moeen, don't forget.
Yeah, 34. I'm saying besides these three, nobody, nothing sort of a contribution from virtually.
Ravindra Jadeja yet again his struggles. I don't know where is that batsman in the IPL of 2021 who used to just take the game away in the death overs. He's missing. He's been missing this entire IPL, and Dhoni, you can't expect miracles from every single time. Yes, he's had a good season with the bat compared to his previous 2 years. But again, the game, when it was 39 of 12, you know that it was already up.
One problem which I think no one really points out enough is that despite the fact that Devon Conway has done very well, him coming in pushes Robin Uthappa down, and he's never been effective as a middle order batter. Never, not once.
And he also, Robin Uthappa also is a sort of a player who likes the ball to come on to bat. And once he is settled,
then he can take it on.
Exactly.
Yes.
Then he can take on the spinners.
But then in that final of IPL 2020, Uthappa did come at the number 3. Because you had Rituraj and Faf opening the entire season.
No. What he is saying, he is not saying that he cannot bat at all.
But he's best at an opener's position.
Although he is somebody who would like the ball to come on to the bat. But as we said, virtually, it's not virtually, but it's over as far as playoff chances are concerned for Chennai Super Kings.
Because they'll only get to 14 now.
Yes, I'll just take you through the points table. Gujarat, of course, sits at the top with 16 points, 8 wins. Lucknow, 10 matches, 7 wins. Rajasthan Royals, 10 matches, 6 wins. But they also, I think, have lost 3 back-to-back games. Two back-to-back games. And then, now suddenly, Royal Challengers Bangalore have jumped to the fourth spot. But
NRR.
net run rate is the worst of the lot. No, they were better.
Second worst.
It's the worst of the top 4 by some distance.
No, top 4, top 5 in fact. In fact, not just top 5, top 6, top 7, top 8.
Yeah. Actually, top 8 because even KKR have a positive net run.
Positive net
Even
run.
CSK have a better. In fact, Mumbai Indians
This is the only team with the worst net run rate.
Yes, actually RCB has the worst net run rate, but still they've now got 6 victories under their belt, 12 points, and the only matter of concern now could be
wins. That's it.
And number of games also. They
but
played
see,
the most number of games. 11 games they played. Now they're left with just three games.
But if 3 games you win all 3, that's 6 points. You're 18.
18.
You win them by even close margins. You have a negative net run rate. At most, it'll cost you 3rd or 4th. But you're still making it through.
Yes.
Their focus should be
Absolutely.
forget net run rate. Let's win.
Exactly.
Their destiny is still in their own hands.
Exactly.
It will be problematic if they lose 1 game.
Yes.
Then suddenly the cat is among the pigeons.
Because now see, then tomorrow's game, which is the 50th game, we are reaching the half century tomorrow in the IPL. Delhi Capitals versus Sunrisers Hyderabad now becomes a massive game. Because Sunrisers, if they win, they'll push RCB down to 5th.
Yeah.
If Delhi Capitals win, then they jump to 5th.
What is Summa Iruda?
Summa Irda.
What does that mean?
I mean, what's the full, is there a full
No,
sentence?
that's it. First you tell me.
Summa Irda, I need to see the full sentence, man.
No, but if...
Summa Irda is keep quiet.
Okay. And Love Rami is saying CSK lost because Siri didn't wear the yellow jersey today.
Oh man.
I don't think the yellow jersey matters because he was wearing it most of the time and they lost anyway.
Yeah.
Hardly matters.
Yep.
Abhi Adhikari is trolling you saying, Siri, what about can't SK?
Okay, Abhi Adhikari, we have won 4 titles. Whatever team you're supporting, if it's Mumbai, well, they have won 5.
What is can't escape?
Can't
Like
escape.
RCB.
We say RCB, so it'll be can't escape.
Okay, CSK.
It's a very, amateurish way of trolling, but it's okay.
Okay, but credit should go to RCB the way they defended that score because I honestly thought that Chennai Super Kings were well on course. Just that nobody actually took the responsibility in the middle, and that cost them the match.
There is basically no middle lower order.
But this actually, if you go through the batting lineup, it doesn't look bad at all.
Exactly.
It looks a very good batting lineup with Ruturaj and Devin Conway opening. Then you have Moin Ali, Robin Uthappa. Then you have Ambati Raidu,
Jadeja.
Exactly.
That's a very good batting lineup. They're just not firing.
See,
the problem is that
he didn't take MS Dhoni's name.
Oh yeah, I forget, of course. MS, but that is a good batting lineup. I'm sorry, but you see what is it that we were pointing out today was the main problem area of RCB's bowling. 5th bowler, and Glenn Maxwell comes to the party.
Exactly.
Rather than Hazel was the unsung hero, it was Maxwell. Maxwell was the unsung hero because he got Uthappa and Raidu cheaply.
Correct.
And again, the problem with number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. They have not been consistent from match number 1.
Moin, in fact, that was one thing which we were pointing out, that even when he got injured and dropped, is that how much of a miss would he be? He wasn't batting, he definitely wasn't bowling.
Actually.
Exactly. So
he was struggling.
Yeah, so...
And today, I don't know.
He at least got wickets, but with the bat, again, he's just not getting that finishing
one
touch.
wicket that could have actually helped them. Whom?
Kohli?
No, but was that better because the rate
actually the way at which he was scoring could have kept him there longer and he would have eaten more. Like similar thing happened against Gujarat. He batted till the 10-11 over, and at that point we were all saying like he's cost them 10-15 runs minimum.
No, but today
he got beaten by a very good ball.
See, last time he got 57. Still they managed 168. Today he got out early.
They managed
30.
171.
Still they got 7.
But again, look at it. Karthik's assault. That last over proved to be the absolute difference.
Exactly.
2 sixes. And imagine, look at the margin of victory, 13 runs.
No, but see, match was over much before that last over.
When Rayudu, Uthappa, Jadeja, Dhoni all failed, and even Moin did not get a finishing touch, it was game over.
Moin, I thought that he could have played with a better strike rate, to be very honest. So anyways, the RCB fans, they can rejoice because RCB are well within a chance to make it to the playoffs. Although
destiny is in their own hands.
Yes. Yep. Although Sunrisers Hyderabad, Punjab, after their such a brilliant win against a team like Gujarat Titans, they should also be high on confidence. And Sunrisers Hyderabad, they've also lost 2 back-to-back games. After that, a run of 5 wins.
Yeah, 5 wins.
5 wins on the trot. They are also, they are also breathing down their necks.
Pradeep Srivalsan saying, yes, it's a season of ironies. We have lost when we shouldn't have lost. We failed to defend 200 against Lucknow Super Giants. And you won against a very, very ordinary Mumbai side. But you defeated RCB to keep that flame of hope alive. And so it's ironic, or in a way befitting justice, that RCB only had to extinguish our flames. It's actually been the other way around. We have always done it to RCB, but this time RCB is done it to us. So yes, 2022 in a way is really a season of irony for Chennai Super Kings.
Rahul Rana says a well-deserved victory for RCB. They are back after a little downfall, but they need to continue with the momentum, as another loss will make it tough for them.
Because if they if they win their next 3 matches, doesn't matter. Then destiny in their own hands. They could have a negative run rate. They will still have 18 points.
Although that ain't happening. I'm again saying it's
look
like
at him. He's
see, it's like that spluttering of the flame. When the flame splutters, just one ray of light. After that, it just extinguishes.
I can say the same thing about CSK's win in their last game. So wouldn't really.
The win against SRH.
Of course.
That game was over. You just botched up your catches. That's why the margin of victory was lesser.
But then that was the flicker before the,
No. Even before that, you were still saying that only mathematically they are in with a chance.
True. But mathematically counts. I mean, last year again, and I keep bringing this up, even with the caveat of a season split, KKR made it to the finals when no one gave them a chance.
Yeah.
So mathematically matters. If you can play well enough, they finished, I think, third or fourth?
Third.
Third. So they had to win the eliminator, then win the second qualifier and make it to the final. Very rarely happens, but it does happen. So you play the odds.
But at least KKR were not out of it totally mathematically. No, they had at least gotten in a certain number of points that ensured, 2 or 3 slip-ups, they were still in it.
But they had lost 6 games on the trot.
Again, out of 9, no.
Yeah, even then. 6 games on the trot.
But again, see, 8 sides versus 10. That's 6
matters.
losses. Could not have, it may have made a bit of a dent, but it's still mathematically, even when you are at the bottom. But now with 10 teams, it's impossible. It's
impossible,
now.
Correct.
I think this season, in fact, Lalit
Ashtaputre is saying,
Ashtaputre, what he is, I think even Jadeja's poor run with the bat, that is also hurt
very
CSK.
Even his bowling.
Yeah, he's belly bowled. Today was the first time in a while he's completed his quota.
And I think he has not taken many wickets, if I look at hardly about 4 or 5 wickets he's taken.
And Jadeja completed his quota of 4 overs. Perhaps that is the reason that Pretorius got to bowl just 3. Maybe your 173 could have been 183 or 193. Because today, he's bowled very well, Pretorius, but today
he was very ordinary.
He got off color, and he was bowling to DK's strengths.
Right on that arc on middle and leg.
Bowling from round the wicket, allowing DK to free his arms, and where that is the area part of the boundary that DK usually targets and prefers, and that is exactly where. And
Karthik M makes a good point. He's saying that all of Chennai's wins so far, except the MI one, have come batting first.
Yep.
That's an interesting thing. They can't, and even against Mumbai.
But how many have they won?
3.
3. So all, what do you mean?
I know.
2 out of 1. 2 out of 3.
But even that game, if it were not for Dhoni going up against Unadkat of all people, I think they would have lost that game as well.
That game as well, yes.
6 exactly.
Well, some people are saying RCB at least qualified for the playoffs 2 years in a row. Bro, you got eliminated in the eliminator and you came there by chance. So before I see you, people tell me that I have to stay in the present. I am in the present. I know that they are not going to make it because you have to be mathematically there.
See, the problem with RCB fans trying to troll is that at least CSK said they won the 2021 IPL. Because you've had 3 failures. Let it be.
RCB fans, that's why they clutch at straws. First win the title, then talk. I can talk because you won 4
whatever permutations, combinations you come up with, this is IPL. Eventually. You will get all your 4 playoff teams on
22nd May. Absolutely.
You're not getting it before that.
Because tomorrow is DC versus SRH.
That is the match that's going to turn the entire table upside down. Because if DC win, then they also jump into the muddle. And if SRH win, then RCB's woes are increased. Because they will go to 4th, RCB will slip to 5th.
Yeah, and with a much better net run rate again.
And don't forget Punjab Kings. You know, yesterday we were thinking, when we were there at the ground, we were talking about Punjab Kings. The moment they won that game, especially because see, a lot of teams would have hoped that Gujarat win that game.
I was.
Exactly, because for the simple reason that
it knocks one team
exactly out. It knocks at least Punjab out, and Gujarat Titans, as it is, we are expecting them to qualify for the playoffs, if not the first team, perhaps the second team. So Punjab has also now joined this race, 5 wins. So now Sunrisers Hyderabad have 5 wins, that is 10 points. Punjab also has 10 points. Sunrisers Hyderabad, don't forget, they have 5 games to play now.
Yeah, unlike other teams, they have that advantage.
And see, look at RCB's next 3 fixtures. One against top ranked GT, another against SRH, and another against PBKs.
Punjab of all teams. And the thing with Sunrisers, again, if you look at the net run rate, if they win tomorrow, they don't just go up to 4th, they go up to 3rd.
3rd, yes.
Which pushes RCB down, which pushes RR down as well, because net run rate is superior.
If Sunrisers win tomorrow,
right?
Because they go to 3rd, Rajasthan will be 4th, RCB will be 5th.
Because they already have a higher net run rate than Rajasthan. So that pushes them up to 3rd.
Can you show what are Rajasthan Royals' upcoming games? In that column is this.
Just press that. Simple.
So RR take on Punjab, Delhi, Lucknow, and Chennai.
Chennai will be the interesting game because again Chennai out. These games are often party pooper games.
Yep.
You will see some team with nothing to lose just come and cause an upset on.
And they've got some tough. You just can't rule out Punjab because Punjab with that kind of batting lineup.
And Delhi is suddenly looking sorted.
Which side of the bed they wake up from? Punjab Kings. You never know.
Punjab always do this. They put themselves in such a great position to qualify. 1 or 2 games spectacularly they implode, and that's it. They knock themselves out of contention.
And then Delhi Capitals. If you ask me, I think for Rajasthan Royals, Punjab would be a tricky game, Lucknow would be a tricky game, Chennai and Delhi. I still feel, possibly these could be the easier games. Not because I'm not saying that Delhi Capitals, because I somehow feel that Delhi Capitals, they lack that bite in their batting.
Yes.
After
Warner
recently
and
Mitch Marsh has looked good, but again with Delhi, I think if you get the top 3 cheap,
exactly,
then you're putting a lot of pressure on Pant. And a middle order and a lower middle order, which Robman Powell has also been good only recently. He's a lottery. You do have that middle order does look a little shaky.
Yes.
The likes of I would not back an Akshar and Shardul to be getting you 70, 80
exactly
runs.
They will not win you games every day. They did win you that opening game first game against Mumbai Indians, if I'm not not wrong. But Akshar Patel, Shardul Thakur, and I think one more. So
Lalit Yadav
also. So these people, Lalit Yadav, of course, he started this season pretty well. In fact,
but he's petered off badly.
Exactly. So they are not going to win you games every day, every time. So and Delhi also, if you get rid of David Warner and Prithvi Shaw cheaply, what happens is then Rishabh Pant also has to hold himself back.
Exactly.
He cannot just go out bang bang bang.
Yep.
So that is the reason why I think that Delhi could be the easier of the 3 or 2 options for Rajasthan.
Because RCB in particular needed this win very badly. Because 3 matches they had lost pretty badly, if I have to look at it. And on top of that, RCB are facing their bogey against CSK because they have not won against them since 2020.
Karthik M is saying RCB in playoffs to hand the cup to title winners.
Yes. Yeah, that'll also happen.
Virat seemed pretty excited today though.
For a change.
He was all pumped up, especially when RCB got rid of MS Dhoni.
He's always pumped up in the field. I mean, when that Delhi game, remember how pumped up he was on the field. He ran from deep mid-wicket and then congratulated the bowler. And that catch that he took, that was superb. So, Kohli is animated on the field. He's becoming a total team. But at the same time, his batting seems to be the concern. So, that's the thing. So, at the end of the day, RCB's batting held firm. Thanks to DK was the main difference again. But for Chennai, that inconsistent lower middle order has failed. Rayudu, Uthappa, apart from that game against Mumbai, they haven't done anything. Against RCB. Dubey and Uthappa did it. After that, they have not done anything. Rayudu played one good knock against Punjab. He's not done anything. So Dhoni can't expect miracles. Jadeja, massive disappointment.
I think that's the biggest loss for them.
Yes.
And it's a concern from an Indian fan perspective as well.
Absolutely.
You don't want.
That is the
Jadeja.
reason. A lot of people would say here that somebody doesn't like Virat, somebody doesn't like Rohit, somebody doesn't like this. But if you look at the bigger picture, it is actually a matter of concern not for the franchise cricket. This will get over in 2 months. Yeah, IPL gets over in 2 months. But you also have to realize that these are the players. If they are out of form, you have to play a T20 World Cup in about 5 to 6 months time.
And we're also building towards an ODI World Cup next year.
Exactly.
Yes.
See, that I still feel, it's still far away, close to a year and a half, and you are also going to play in India. And let me make this very clear. If you ask me, this T20 World Cup, usually what happens because of the fan following that Indian cricket enjoys everywhere and anywhere, Indian team is not the favorite. Is not a favorite for the title as far as T20 World Cup is concerned. So they'll have to punch above their weight to win that one.
True.
And if you don't have your players in form, and if you have these discussions that Falana player can come in, Dhimkana player can come in.
Correct.
So, Jadeja, because I thought that Chennai Super Kings, they are missing a finisher.
Yeah.
And Jadeja used to do that so conveniently and every time, so many times in fact.
Yep.
Last season,
He was
Patel.
The last season,
Harshal for
37 runs.
37
Harshal
runs.
Patel. Yes.
Exactly.
It smacked Harshal for 37 runs.
Yep.
So,
Purple cap winner Harshal.
Now, if after the IPL, is Jadeja an automatic pick in the Indian team for the World Cup? I don't think so.
But the problem is they'll not use the IPL as a yardstick.
I hope not. Because in 2021 they did that and they failed spectacularly.
Yeah.
Varun Chakravarti was picked on the basis of good form because in the
Venkatesh Iyer was
UAE,
picked on
Venkatesh
half a
Iyer.
season.
So I'll tell you, for inclusions in the Indian team, IPL is a yardstick, IPL is a benchmark. But for exclusions,
It should not be.
it is not.
not. Yep.
You tell me one player who's done badly in IPL and then he's been dropped on the basis of his performance in the IPL.
I can't think of anyone.
Exactly.
Honestly, that's the
And
thing.
you have so many players who've been handed India caps on the basis of their performances in the IPL.
And some of them, and they are lotteries. In
Yes,
fairness,
Varun Chakravarti you took Rahul
Patel,
Chahar
Rahul
also on the
Chahar,
basis of
you dropped UZ. my
Varun
God.
Venkatesh Iyer.
No.
He was also handed India cap on the
solely
basis-
on the second half of last
exactly
season.
on the basis of those 7 to 9 matches.
Harshal
and
Patel.
you picked an opener to play in the middle order.
So in the low middle order, remember
Exactly.
he replaced Hardik.
Lower middle order, and also, I personally thought that he was picked in the Indian team only and only because one fine day, we woke up in the morning, in the evening, and what we saw that he was bowling those fast medium pacers and Yorkers. Mil gaya ji hame.
We've got a Hardik replacement.
We've got a ready-made replacement for Hardik Pandya.
Because Vijay Shankar wasn't doing anything.
And what happened? You picked him for the ODIs. You didn't. I think he didn't bowl, right?
I don't think he bowled much.
didn't bowl.
Venkatesh, no.
No, he didn't.
In the T20Is against New Zealand, he hardly bowled.
And now look at the circumstances. Now look at the situation. Now a player who was picked on the basis of his performance in the T20 league, that is the IPL, has been dropped from the T20s
IPL.
but has been retained. In fact, he was part of the ODIs. He was not part of the T20s. So somewhere something was wrong, but we'll come to that as far
In
as
fact, not just that. So another thing which you're pointing out, because we're talking about Venkatesh, is that I think, and this is a personal thing, that one is getting that extra early cap based on the basis of half an IPL season.
Yes.
Put a lot of pressure on him, not just the KKR retention. Fine, you've been retained. They would have been foolish to not retain him or at least go big for him in the auction after the kind of season he had. Fair enough. But what pressure it came was because they were chopping and changing his batting order. Now the guy is thinking, okay, I'm opening for Kolkata, but I have to play middle order for India. So I'll drop down to the middle order, see if I can do well there.
No, but do you think that was his choice to bat low down the order?
It could have played a factor. Could have been a factor.
No, that is fine. But I think, see,
But he's best as an opener.
what you can do, you can only control things
Yeah.
that he can get runs for himself. That's all he can do. But he's not got runs. That 150, and that 50 came in when they would have actually, KKR would have lost that match also had it not been for Pat Cummins.
Exactly, the
Cummins,
Mumbai
yes.
game.
Had it not been for
He
Pat
was
Cummins.
horribly scratchy in that match, Venkatesh.
Yes. So, and then KKR decide. Now, see, so maybe KKR messed up a few things because I remember I read somewhere, Mr. Sunil Gavaskar also mentioned that, he played this about Venkatesh Iyer and he got a chance to play for India on the basis of just a few games.
Half a season of IPL.
Exactly, that second season syndrome that he
Really
mentioned.
hit this time.
Yes,
It's really hit.
and for him it was actually challenging, but come on, people would say that RCB has won, you people are talking about Rajasthan, you people are talking about KKR, you people are talking about India. Who's bothered about Indian cricket?
Yes.
Thing is, everyone is, including
Everyone
us.
is, yeah. So,
And you said that that you get the India caps pretty cheaply these days. Trust me, Shane, trust me, I've spoken to a lot of players, they also use the exact same words कि भैया ऐसा है कि अब इंडिया की जो कैप है ना बड़ी सस्ती हो गई है.
Yeah, that's true.
Every Tom, Dick and Harry
Is getting an India cap.
exactly has played for India.
Like, that's why when you see sometimes in the auctions, when they pull up capped players, I'm like, hold on, this guy got capped? Hold on, he got capped? And then you realize, they're sending B teams for tours. Obviously, they'll get...
Exactly.
I mean,
they'll
in
be handing out
that
caps like
ODI
confetti.
series in Sri Lanka, in the last ODI, 6 players were handed a debut. Chetan Sakaria, Ruturaj Gaikwad, all, it was basically an IPL team playing Sri Lanka.
Yes, exactly. Because you had Nitish Rana and the like also playing that series.
Yes.
Irie of Allu,
Allu.
is saying,
Where is the last laugh?
Where is the last laugh?
When Dwayne Bravo was laughing with Virat Kohli, that was the last laugh CSK had. That was the last laugh, my friend.
Acha, you asked that question or Shane, you asked that will Jadeja be the automatic choice?
So one of yeah, he had asked. So
Justin is saying Akshar over Jadeja maybe?
yeah, again, see, Akshar is a good choice, no two ways about it. But do you drop a proven international performer just like that? No.
I think Jadeja is
And
there.
Akshar's
Jadeja will be
white
mine.
ball record is
very
okay,
scratchy. Yeah.
But his red ball record is
His
fantastic.
test record, even considering the fact that it's in India, great. But again, his white ball career has been meh.
Exactly.
so far.
And also he's a better batsman. Who
Yeah.
do you need? See, if you have Hardik Pandya bowling, if you have Hardik Pandya in your team, although he's not bowling again,
Yes.
so you can easily fill in those 4 overs from Jadeja and Hardik maybe,
Yep.
and you'll have 2 spinners in Yuzi Chahal and Jadeja.
Yeah.
Because why I said Jadeja as an automatic pick, no. Maybe get the Kulcha duo back. And they have a
But
great
then you're
record in
weakening your
Australia.
batting. Then you're weakening your batting.
No, at
That's
least
not
see, if you have to look at it, my 11, if I have to make whatever they do in the night, let's make that 11. My 11 for Australia, the squad of 15-16 is different. That most of the players will come
T20
in.
World Cup.
Yeah. Rohit, KL, Virat at 3, Suryakumar at 4, then Hardik at 5, Pant at 6 or interchange, Pant at
Yeah.
5, Hardik at 6.
True.
Then you have, if not Ravindra Jadeja,
Then who? That's the point.
Washington Sundar.
Washington Sundar.
Washi would be a better option in that
Washi.
regard. Yeah.
Okay, Washington would be my number 7.
Okay.
Then 8, 9, 10 will be Bumrah, Shami, and if I may say, not
Has to be see, I'll tell you.
Maybe.
Bumrah,
Natarajan.
will be there, and you'll have to see.
Yajuvendra Chahal as my other bowler.
See,
Shami too, if you're taking 3 paces.
yes,
Bumrah, Shami, Nattu.
I think you'll have around 4 to 5 pacers in that
that's what I
15
think as
member
well.
squad.
Yeah.
Because and also lately what you've seen is that in these ICC tournaments the squads
Have
are
substitutes also.
exactly are of around 22 odd
yeah.
people members. But from now on, I don't think that you will have that extended squad. You'll have
Not
those 15
necessarily.
members.
Yeah.
That's it. I hope that there'll be no bio bubble this time.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a lax bio bubble, basically the way they've kept it IPL style.
yeah.
No, I think it'll be relaxed further.
But that's happening in UAE, right?
No, Australia.
Yeah. Then
Australia.
100, yeah, Australia. Yeah, then it'll be very relaxed because Australia have pretty much.
Except in one part of Australia, which is called North Korea, which is Perth. That might be a very strict bio bubble environment.
Who will you pick at the death? Rahul Kumar is asking Bumrah or Harshal?
Bumrah. Bumrah.
Irrespective, he's saying that Harshal will get you wickets, Bumrah will not, but Bumrah will be economical.
If not for
will not.
Harshal, I would have, if he had given an option of Arshdeep, that would have been very interesting.
Also, no, the thing is, this myth of Bumrah doesn't get wickets. This season, he's not gotten wickets because, boss, he doesn't have a backup thing here. Everyone is playing him out and attacking everyone else. If Patrick Cummins, who I love as a player and as a batsman, as a bowler, is hitting a Dan Sams for 37, it shows he knows where the target is, where the problem is. It's not Bumrah. Bumrah ke bajay, there are 4 other bowlers I can easily target.
Yes.
Your first choice leg spinner was Murugan Ashwin.
Right.
So
and that is the reason why
Bumrah hasn't gotten wickets.
Rashid Khan also doesn't get too many wickets. This is exactly the
Sunil
same
Narine.
reason.
Sunil Narine. No one will target him.
Exactly.
They'll just tip play him out.
You see, why do you have to take a chance against somebody like Jasprit Bumrah when you have so many other options?
Jaydev is
exactly.
there. Daniel Sams is there. You had Riley Meredith who they were trying to take on. In fact, Cummins was even taking on Bumrah. He has a very good record against Bumrah, but he's one freak. Chalo, theek hai. Others will not.
I think he got a 6 and a 4 of Bumrah.
Well, last year there was one match. He hit him for 4 sixes. As I said, Cummins has a bit of a freak record against Bumrah.
The one that in which he got 7, but they lost that match.
They lost the game. I mean, 4
but
sixes.
Cummins has a striker rate of 240 against Bumrah and has hit him for 7 sixes whenever they have played against each other.
Freak. So that's a rare case, but no one else tries to attack Bumrah.
Exactly.
Why would they?
Exactly.
Look, previously you had a Malinga and Bumrah bowling at the death. You didn't know who to attack.
Exactly. And just wait for the next season. You'll have a Jofra Archer in that.
Then suddenly it'll look a lot more different.
And who would you want to attack then? Bumrah or Jofra Archer?
Exactly.
But we'll also have to see which Jofra Archer
turns up.
Exactly.
Because after his elbow surgery, that too 2-3 elbow surgeries, he may not be the same bowler.
And I thought it was a very minor thing. He was cleaning the fish tank, would have been in the surgery, and he would be back.
No, my God!
Imagine what has happened. Yeah.
But in freak injuries, so one of the funniest ones, I always say funny in the sense that you would never think an injury would happen like that. Roger Federer. He was putting his twins into the bath and he had to get his ACLs done.
Yes.
So, double surgery, one twin, one ACL.
You know the one guy in Sheffield Shield in Australia, he was about to bowl, he was preparing his run-up. When he came, his thumb got stuck in his pocket.
Oh.
His shoulder got dislocated, out for the whole season. That is a freakish injury. Imagine your thumb getting stuck in the pocket, his shoulder got dislocated.
Of course, Hassan Ali.
Oh yeah.
Does the bomb hurts his own shoulder.
Yeah,
Idiot.
I know. So that is the thing. And Chennai, if I have to come back to this game, Chennai RCB, it's been a painful struggle as to why. Because you already let go of 2-3 key players. And who hurt them? Hazelwood hurt them. In this match, Faf, he took the game away in the power play.
Exactly.
So you let go of Faf and Hazelwood before the auction, see how they hurt you.
And then, amongst the foreign buys, I think as far as pacers are concerned, I think Hazelwood is
for sure.
Is the best.
Especially for the price they got
is the best.
They got him at a bargain.
I think about 2.4 or something, 2 or 3 crores.
He was not expensive. He was not expensive.
It was a steal.
There were two players who I think were quite a few. I think one was of course Hazelwood. We're talking batsman Warner. 6 crores for a batsman of Warner's caliber steal.
Yes.
Another thing which I will never be able to wrap my head around, and again auction dynamics come into play. Wanindu Hasaranga getting more than Yuzi Chahal.
I think that also depends on what stage
number exactly. That's what I'm saying. Auction dynamics. Wanindu was the first one.
Because people would have thought, because everybody will go for Yuzi Chahal. So they thought, let's pick Hasaranga first.
And then what happened? By the time it came to Chahal, everyone had got their leg spinner, and then he gets 6 crores.
No, Chennai also have a leg spinner. They're not using him.
Prashant Solanki.
Yeah.
I know.
But then see,
they are the only side I think to have not used the leg spinner at all in this.
Mumbai at least tried
Murugan Ashwin
in the first half.
KKR had Varun Chakravarti.
You have Varun, who's mystery spin. So again,
Punjab. They had
I'm saying
Punjab
they have a leg spinner. They're not using. I can understand. You don't have a leg spinner at all. In case of KKR, as you mentioned,
Sunrisers I think don't have a leg spinner.
But Sunrisers, you're talking about bargains and steal. I'll tell
Jansen.
You tell me once. Oh, forget about Jansen.
The retained.
No, I am saying, who has do Sunrisers Hyderabad? Do they have possibly one of the best bowling attacks?
Yes.
If you
go, pound for pound, yes.
Their pace attack, Umran Malik, 4 CR.
Yeah.
Marco
Jansen, 4.2.
And Natarajan, Bhuvi. These are the four frontline pacers.
I think it was less than Ishan Kishan's tally of 15 crores.
Exactly. I think that would have cost them how much?
See, 4.
Not more than 13 CR. Not more than 13 CR. That was the price.
Their biggest
of
spend
their
was
pace
Nicholas
attack.
Puran, 10.75.
7.7 crores for Hazelwood. Even then, a bowler of that caliber, 7.7 is a steal. Because and the thing is that, you know,
RCB cheated today, gave Siraj just 2 overs. Sasta pyar.
this Sasta Pyas fellow is
I know,
he's like the Onion, news portal.
Yeah.
He'll come up with some satirical stuff.
He doesn't give us tears. He gives us tears of joy every single time. What witty comments he makes, man. Yeah, indeed, RCB, you cheaters.
Now he can change his name to Sasta Nimbu.
Nimbu, yes.
Nimbu is pretty
But then
expensive, I heard.
yeah, Nimbu is very expensive.
I don't agree with, if Sasta Pyaz is here, Pakoda has to come in. Hasaranga is most overrated across IPLs. 1 lakh worth player to rupees 10. No, I think
bit harsh.
Hasaranga has been pretty decent for
But again,
RCB. He's chipped in with wickets at vital intervals for them. So I don't kind of agree to that.
I missed out your name. Yeah, I think this is your friend.
Ashishu.
Irie of Allu.
Irie
Why
of
Natarajan? Why not Arshdeep?
Because Natarajan is again proven at international level to a degree.
Exactly, and
I like Arshdeep.
I like Arshdeep too. In fact, I also think that he's a very confident bowler. He bowls pretty well in the death.
He has no fear bowling at the death.
Exactly.
No
And I think,
fear.
and looking at him, it seems as if he's enjoying.
Yeah.
He's enjoying and he's very confident. And just that, Natarajan is already ahead of Arshdeep. That is perhaps the reason. Otherwise, and that is the reason every time. You never know, maybe Arshdeep is also on that flight to Australia. Because I'm expecting 5 fast bowlers.
Yeah,
and suddenly you see nobody, in the last few weeks, every time we've discussed this particular topic, not just on Sports Today, SportsTak, on various other platforms, nobody has mentioned the word Shardul Thakur.
Thakur, yes.
No.
Imagine.
He's a
No, I understand. See, nobody is even mentioning his name
exactly
these days.
10 crore man. No
Exactly.
less.
And
So,
Deepak Chair.
He
No,
most
Deepak
likely
Chair,
be
see,
injured.
He's
We
anyway
understand.
out. He's not going to
We
be in contention for the
understand,
World T20.
We
This looks
understand.
very
And
unlikely.
see, if we're talking about that, like one of the things we talk about a lot, and Nikhil also mentions, is that, you know, how long are you playing? Say, if one season wonders, it makes no sense. Arshdeep has been doing the
yes,
same thing since 2018.
consistently. Yes.
And again, you look at him and you're thinking, okay, I can tong this guy out of the park. But then
No,
he's
no.
bowling those wide Yorkers.
Yes.
And Jesus, you
With
can't touch
precision.
that.
Leg stump Yorkers from round the wicket.
With precision, he'll do it once, he'll do it twice, he'll do it thrice, he'll do it 6 times.
I dubbed him the
bowler.
Iceman.
I remember, you would also remember, I think that was the game between Punjab and Rajasthan Royals.
Sanju Samson.
And what was that delivery? Again, wide delivery.
Wide.
Try picking that out. Good luck,
Exactly.
you're not picking it out.
Simple number that defines Arshdeep in IPL 2022.
Economy.
Economy rate of from 16 to 20 death overs 5.25. That is a freakish number.
Actually, if you're picking left arm pacers, because right now India is suddenly blessed with a number of left armers. If you look at just the IPL, if you're talking Nattu, you have Arshdeep, and you have 2 young guns in Mohsin and Yash Dayal
Yash Dayal.
of the Lucknow Super Giants and
And
Gujarat
you've
Titans.
forgotten somebody who's played for India recently, Chetan Sakaria.
Sakaria.
He
Oh,
is
don't
out
forget
of control.
Khalil.
Do not forget Khalil also. But Khalil, you
ever?
never know. Once again, you know,
He's
this
also-
season perhaps
surprised everyone, but he had his India chance
Exactly.
also.
You never know next season what happens with Khalil. But
8 left arm paces.
When is the last?
but you never know. Maybe Arshdeep is actually on that flight to Australia, because you will have but in that case Bumrah. Bumrah might was not Bumrah. Bhuvi might be your
Fall guy.
Yes. Why? Because see, Bumrah would be there, Shami, then Natarajan 3, and then Harshal Patel 4.
Yeah.
Then your 5th fast bowler has to be 1, and it could be a choice between Bhuvi and Arshdeep.
Because they might want a backup left armor. Yes.
Because Natarajan, you never know.
Yeah, he's had injury problems.
Yes,
If he
he
breaks
is
down,
injury prone. Yeah. So
Plus his recent experiences in Australia have been pretty good. So they may want to persist with Nattu.
they should.
अरे वो सब छोड़ो, ये बताओ IPL. You are more bothered about Indian cricket.
Well,
Nobody
what
is
can I
more-
say? See,
nobody is.
I am tempted to just be like another typical fan and say, check it, let's take this thing down.
Your gut feeling. Do you think RCB will make it to the playoffs?
See, as I said, it's just a spluttering of the flame. One last ray of light they have shown. After that, the next 3 games, they are going to spectacularly implode.
I think they have a chance. But again, RCB have gut feeling says it's still 50-50 because I really don't know with them. They do have that tendency of self-destruction. No one has mastered it more than RCB and Punjab in that order.
Yeah. RCB and Punjab in that order.
In that order?
Yes, because RCB have made it to 3 finals where they were arguably favourites.
No, except 2011. Except 2011.
No. Don't tell me that. 2011, if with the way Gale was going, everyone gave RCB a chance.
But you are playing Chennai in Chepauk.
But at least they make it to the final. What about Punjab?
Only one final.
So Punjab does it, RCB at least, they build the entire drama that we will win this year. We will win this year.
Sala Cup namade.
The problem
mean?
It means this year the cup is ours.
Punjab actually, one of their problems was that they spent quite a few seasons as wooden spooners. So no one really cared about them that much. With RCB,
same with RCB.
No, but RCB, they've always
2017, 2019
fan following.
Why? Because of Kohli. That is the thing.
I understand, but but they've always had very good attack also. They've got some of the most popular names in their rank. Beat Chris Gayle.
Yeah, beat ABD.
Virat Kohli, of course.
ABD and Virat Kohli batting in the same lineup.
Exactly. Virat Kohli, of course, is the Pied Piper, but you can't discount the fact that Chris Gayle was also part of that team.
I'll tell you this thing. 2016.
Dale Steyn, don't forget Dale Steyn.
RCB were the favourites in 2016 only, not in 2009, not in 2011.
No, 2009 they were very strong.
They were very inconsistent. Deccan Chargers were much more.
But if I remember correctly, Virat, was it in 2019 or last year that Virat said, this is perhaps the first time that we are feeling that we can actually win it after 2016.
And then what happened?
Eliminator.
Yeah.
They got down. See, 2016, I'll tell you why. Virat Kohli was in the zenith of his career in 2016.
He was sublime form.
In all formats in that year, he average in all the 3 formats was 86, 973 runs. Gale 450 plus runs. AB de Villiers another 400 runs. KL Rahul was in the side, 350 runs. Plus they were playing the final at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. And they had Yajuvendra Chahal, who was at the peak of his time. With that team, how could you not win the IPL title?
But you are also... you also have to realize that David Warner, although he didn't get those many runs, he wasn't far behind. 848 runs is also a huge number.
Last few years they've been winning by 500-600.
And David Warner has been consistent. You forget about last year. So every alternate year, if I remember correctly, 2015 he was the leading run scorer. 2016 Virat was the leading run scorer. Then 2017
again
he was again the leading run scorer, and then 2019 again he was the leading run scorer.
But 2018 was another from Sunrisers Hyderabad who was the leading run scorer. Kane Williamson, 735. And that is why you're seeing that, my goodness, that team under those conditions, how could you lose? 200 you can send. Who was the key game changer that day? It was Yuvraj Singh. His assault in that last over, and Ben Cutting. Ben Cutting hit 22 runs of Shane Watson in the last over. What happened after? And because why SRH backed themselves to defend it? Because you had Mustafiz and Bhuvaneshwar, peak death over specialists.
Exactly.
So that 2016 IPL loss by RCB has still haunted them even today.
Yeah, because that was the year they were clear favourites.
At your home fortress of Chinnaswamy, boss. How could you lose? I'm like, why is Dubey dropped? No, Dubey
I think he's apparently injured.
Injury. That's the report that we are getting.
I think if this is the kind of performances their middle order is
There's
going to
really
come up with, they
missing.
seriously need a Dubey.
They need Dubey.
They really need Dubey big time. Yes.
Yes, let's take some questions.
Ricky Patel, no.
Huh?
He's asking if Suresh Raina will make a comeback next year. Highly doubt.
For that, he has to first play domestic cricket.
On a regular. He is going to be playing.
He's going to play.
No? Yeah.
I think he's taking a claim. See, Mishra also has to do it. So,
Sorry?
even Mishra, if he wants to come back into IPL.
Amit Mishra. So.
Amit Mishra also.
No.
They should at least get him in the CSK team.
No, but I believe, if I remember correctly, the same question was asked to Amit Mishra.
And he said, I'm 2 years too young or something like that.
No, Ricky, no.
Only KL, Chahal, Surya and to some extent Harshal Patel in form for World Cup. This is Ikpreet Singh. Do you think South African series will now become more important, and if some players get rest, then how will they retain?
See, IPL form and international form are two very different things. And honestly, I wouldn't mind if they use the South African series. Say, okay, these guys have done well in, like, say, an Arshdeep, for instance. He's done well in IPL for like 5-6 years now. Okay, fine, let's give him a run in the international area, see how he goes. If he does well, no problem, great, he's in your thinking. If he doesn't do, it's only a bilateral series, no problem.
But I just hope, once again they don't make the same mistake that they made in 2019.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting him. You'll be, I guess, you'll not have more than, say, 25-30 matches at most.
See,
T20.
after South Africa, 5 ODI, 5 T20Is, then 3
England.
and 3 against Ireland and England. That'll be 11. Then you have the Asia Cup, which is the T20.
Yes.
That is there. And then before the World Cup, they're heading to the West Indies apparently for 3 T20Is and 3 ODIs and 3
So not
T20Is.
more than 25 games.
Yes.
So I am saying, would you want to give opportunities to almost everybody?
No.
So I think it is
Select 4 or 5 players,
exactly.
maybe. That's it.
Exactly. Just look at them, because Ishan Kishan and I don't think Ishan Kishan will also be dropped from that squad. Although he's woefully out of form.
Woeful. Yeah. I don't think he's in contention for like a starting spot.
No, I'll tell you why. Because this is exactly what we were discussing a few moments ago when we said that IPL, when it comes to inclusion, IPL can be the basis, but when it comes to exclusion, IPL may not be the criteria.
Yes.
Quite likely.
So, yeah, but then for batsmen and bowlers, it's actually a very difficult time to break into the Indian cricket team as a core.
Also, not just an Ishan
Because
Kishan,
your batting is settled.
Yeah.
Your 6 are settled. Who will come in there?
Not just
Rahul Tripathi, he's the greatest uncapped player in the history of IPL.
In fact,
he's not going to get a chance even now.
Not just that. In fact, not only is the 11 sorted, but the backups to your backup are also sorted. If you have a problem in the middle order, there's a Shreyas Iyer waiting right there.
Ajay, who's the replacement in backup for Hardik? Do you have?
No. Probably, I think Indian selectors will think of Shardul as one, which is a disaster in the making. Because his bowling can go everywhere, but Hardik is the only one who has no replacement.
Batting all-rounder, somebody who can, although he is bowling pretty quick and
but he's really preserving himself.
In fact, Rahul Kumar is asking why Hardik is not bowling now. Any update? So you would remember Rahul that he had that groin issue, and ever since he's not been bowling.
Yep.
So that's the latest that we have.
Mr. Vikrant Jadhav, aka Mumbai Road, is back with a quiz for us. He plays these quizzes with us a lot. He's asking which players been part of the squad for 5 seasons but did not make his IPL debut. Okay.
Mumbai Road.
So that is Vikrant Jadhav.
I will stick out my neck and say Baba Aparajit.
Indrajit's twin.
Indrajit's twin. When he was picked in the Chennai Super Kings lineup from 2012 onwards till about 2015.
It has to be a spinner.
He didn't play. I think even Narayan Jagdishan might fit into that category.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I'm like wondering that it has to be that.
His name is
Vikrant Jadhav here.
So Vikrant Jadhav has fired a question.
Can you give us the answer, because we're all clueless.
Even Siri is not able to answer this one.
I would say it's either Baba Aparajit or it is Narayan Jagdishan.
Rajan Thind is saying, so can DD National return as the cricket match broadcaster?
No.
Nah.
No way DD is throwing that much money, not a chance.
Exactly, because we are looking at around 40 to 50,000.
Sometimes they are even saying it can go to even 70,000 crores.
No, but that would be even
combined.
Yeah. But where's the money coming from?
70. No, I mean,
Elon Musk is buying Twitter for how much?
44 billion.
44 billion. And if I am not wrong, Sri Lanka, we all know that the kind of economic crisis the country is going through. And I think their total debt is around 45 billion. So Elon Musk
can actually wipe off their debt.
Exactly. And can
and he bought a social media website of all things.
Can bring
By the way, Mumbai Road points out it was indeed Baba Aparajit. So you got that one right.
I tell you, where is Baba Aparajit nowadays?
I have no idea.
CSK have ruined him. They took him in the squad, never played him.
His twin has played more games than him.
Yes, his twin has played more.
He's played 2 games now.
Yaar.
Are you from Uttarakhand? Shinchan is asking that.
Shinchan, yes, mate. I am from Uttarakhand. Don't you think that Indian top order Rohit, Rahul and Virat should work on their weaknesses against left-handed?
Jesus Christ, that is actually correct. It's always a worry. I get nervous when I see these guys batting,
Left
even
arm
for their franchise. Like if it's a Rohit against Trent Bolt, I'm like, hey, yeah, that same problem is coming back to haunt him. That moving
Rohit, that ball that comes in. See, who has he a problem even against off spinners? The ball that comes back in, it's been a fatal flaw in his technique, but the bowling quality has been so poor in these last 7 years, they're not able to exploit it.
No, but
even the likes of Angelo Matthews did it in 2012. All balls come in.
This is exactly when I say that IPL and international cricket is a different ball.
Different beast altogether. Yes.
Is a different. See, you won't get those many opportunities. Here you can smack a bowler like Trent Bolt, Pat Cummins, everywhere.
Umesh Yadav was hitting Trent Bolt for 6.
Exactly.
Oh man, Umesh.
So that's not going to happen every time. Why do I support? Aryan is asking, why do I support RR? I support.
Yeah.
Chalo. CSK and MI rivalry fighting for
wooden spoon rivalry now, yes. And there is
9-time champions combined. They're fighting for the wooden spoon.
9-time champions and losing 10 finals in the history of IPL.
So Mumbai definitely cannot.
No, 12 points.
No way.
No, I'm saying that they will have to finish right at the bottom.
No, I mean if Chennai starts slipping up.
Can you just show us
if
the Mumbai games?
No, I'm saying KKR.
See, that's what, no? But KKR have 8 points. So unless KKR lose all their games.
Still have 5 games.
That's what. Again, that's the thing. If one team above them goes on a massive losing streak, Mumbai don't necessarily have to finish last. That is true.
So it is a battle between Chennai and Mumbai only for the wooden spoon.
But why can't Chennai finish as the 5th team?
Hope so. Hope that happens.
Best of the rest.
Will that not hurt you more? 5th team.
No, because now they're out of...
actually it won't.
It will. Expectations have
already gone. So see, it's like 2020. We at least spoiled the party for some teams. That is a sadistic pleasure that one can crave out of.
This is the problem.
Why?
अपनी खुशी से खुशी नहीं मिलती है, दूसरे के गम से खुशी मिलती है.
See, every team trolls Mumbai and Chennai unlike anybody.
No, okay. I think
RCB are the most trolled.
I think RCB.
Of course, because RCB fans talk as if they have won all 14 IPL titles. They haven't even won a single.
Let's call Rashika. Why not?
Yeah. And see, this thing trolling for RCB began in 2009 when he shot the promo video and showed Nou Camp. Oh, come on. That is not happening, boss. You can't show Nou Camp. Come on, show Chinnaswamy. I know it isn't that attractive a stadium, but come on.
It's a home stadium.
It is, and it's in a pretty picturesque locality in Bangalore, if you have to look at it.
The stadium is pretty nice. It's not terrible.
Oh, the net connection is terrible.
Which one?
You're speaking from a journalistic perspective. That's a different matter.
Yeah, but as far as viewing experience is concerned, it's superb.
Exactly.
Chinnaswamy Stadium.
Shinchan is saying, do you guys know that MS Dhoni's hometown village is in Almora, Uttarakhand, sir? Everybody.
Yes.
We all know.
MS Dhoni, Almora wale. Yeah. He's also an Almora wale.
In fact, Nikhil's wife is from Almora.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Nikhil's wife is from Almora. In fact, I think I stayed in a place or a town that was, I think a couple of or maybe 3 hours drive from Almora to further up, basically. So 3 years.
Yes.
So Almora, even I've been to Almora. Your Lakshya Sen, the wonder boy in Indian badminton these days, he's also from Almora.
Yeah. Haryana and Almora are producing a lot of gems nowadays in the sporting world. Yes.
Haryana
has been your medal churner in the past 3-4 Olympics, if you have to look at it. So, Okay, Giant Slayer. I admit that Chennai Super Kings are the South Africa of the IPL. You won 4 titles, but you've lost 5 finals. I agree. Agreed.
No, but then see, the thing
Nobody remembers that.
yeah, I didn't remember that until you mentioned it to me.
Exactly.
2008.
You know, now that ever since he's been here, he's been mentioning the very same fact.
Yeah. 2008, 2012, 2013, 2015, 2019. What more do you want?
Wait, they
Sure.
actually lost 2012 and 13. So that's back-to-back finals.
Back to back. Imagine if they had won those, they would have won 4 consecutive IPL titles, boss. 2012, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013.
See, you either win
Or you lose.
or you learn.
Yeah. And we learned.
Or you learn.
Yeah, we learned it in 2018
You never
after 7
lose.
years.
You never lose.
But you know what? Which loss hurts us the most? 2012. Chepauk and undone by an unknown called Manvinder Bisla.
Maninder
No, what a final that was.
Yeah.
But he is an IPL legend.
Yes.
I mean, he might not have done anything else after that, but that knock, that one knock, oof.
Exactly.
Man of the match in a final. How many people can
yes,
say that?
Yes. And Gautam Gambhir also, whatever you can say, but he won titles for KKR as a captain in times when
He broke the Chennai dominance.
exactly Chennai dominance, and Mumbai also had started to emerge.
Yes.
Basically,
Yeah.
2013 they won their first title. And so that was even Gautam Gambhir also.
And that KKR team had a lot of unheralded stars. Players who weren't necessarily as big.
Yes.
It was mostly grafters. I mean, it's essentially at that point, remember, there was no Russell. Russell was signed in 2014 or
Right.
times.
Yeah.
And the Gautam Gambhir himself tells the story. The only reason they signed Russell was to be a backup to Jacques Kallis.
Imagine.
They signed him as a backup to Jacques Kallis because he was available on the cheap. That's it.
You're talking about bargain buys.
Yeah.
You've forgotten one major name, and he turned out to be the greatest player in the history of IPL. Bargain buy. Chris Gale.
He was signed as a replacement.
Replacement for Dirk Nannes.
Yeah.
And the IPL never was the same after that.
After that, yes.
Yes.
But see, that's the thing. And that KKR team, if you're talking Gambhir, he had a lot of unheralded players he made stars out of. Someone like Piyush Chawla would be getting you 2-3 wickets. Of course, turners on Kolkata always help.
For me, Chotu was the greatest.
Who?
Rajat Bhatia.
Rajat Bhatia.
My God.
What a legend.
Slow medium pacer who would bowl slow balls.
Yes, and yes, cutters, leg cutters. In fact, I used to enjoy his bowling.
Yes.
And he was very similar to Ian Harvey.
Ian
of
Harvey,
Australia.
yes.
He was. If you have to define Ian Harvey, I think his definition would be very similar to what he
Rajat
just
Bhatia.
said
Honed
about
his-
Rajat Bhatia.
Honed his deadliness in the slow, low decks of the Kotla. Unlucky never to have played for India though. He was, from 2000.
And he was instrumental in separating Virat and Gautam Gambhir.
2000, right?
Because he was, he was their contemporary.
He was actually a
And
senior to Virat.
Virat.
Yeah. So contemporary, he's played together, and all three from Delhi.
Delhi.
Boys.
Yes.
Getting along.
He
Just
and
like-
Gambhir made a debut same time, no? In
Yeah,
Ranji?
yeah.
2000.
Yeah. Rajat Bhatia, he's a domestic cricket veteran.
Yeah, and
Veteran,
he's still playing, actually. I think, or he retired recently, did he?
He retired.
No.
2 years back he retired.
No, he's not playing anymore.
Yeah.
I think he ended his career in one of the, plate division teams. I'm forgetting who it was.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes,
You're right.
yes.
He didn't play for Delhi. In fact, last few seasons, whatever he played, he didn't play for Delhi. He moved to some other state, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, we'll find out here. Where is it? Major teams, I think. I think
Chotu.
CR would be a better this thing.
Yeah.
Uttarakhand, there.
Oh yes,
Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand is in the news. I missed today's match because we all family members went to watch Runway 34, and at the end of the day, Runway 34 beats CSK versus RCB for me. This is your good friend Vikrant Jakar.
Jadhav. Mumbai Road. Yeah.
Jadhav, sorry.
Well, anyway, there was one runway 34 incident recently. Mumbai, Durgapur, that SpiceJet flight, heavy turbulence. We are thankful that none of the passengers suffered really serious injuries, and kudos to the pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Achha, nothing. Why does everybody blame bowlers for the World T20 loss? Even the Indian batsmen were pathetic against the top teams.
Yeah,
not wrong.
The first 2 games, the batsmen were also.
Yeah, exactly. You lost because of your batsmen.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I think we're not blaming the bowlers as much as we're blaming the choice of bowlers. you're leaving the likes of Yuzvendra Chahal at home. Sorry, you deserve to lose. Not by doing stuff like that.
Yeah. In the New Zealand game, India's batsmen made only 110. It was not going to be enough against the New Zealand batting lineup, which was solid. So we have to remember that one thing. And in the match against Pakistan, yes, the batsman could have gotten you 20-30 runs more. But then that Shaheen Afridi's opening burst just ripped the heart and soul out of you.
The schedule is out, right? For the T20 World Cup?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
it was out a while.
But
India-
I think
India
we
will
won't
once
know.
again-
We won't know the first. There's a challengers. Sri Lanka, West Indies are in that one qualifying this
No,
thing
I'm
to the
saying
Super 12.
India again are playing
Pakistan
Pakistan.
and Melbourne. India are playing Bangladesh, and I think India are also playing South Africa. That's one group.
Yeah,
so,
that's the second group, correct?
yeah. So
It's good table and we're good. Yeah.
Yep.
So there we go. See, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, South Africa.
South Africa.
डॉक्टर जेकॉल, थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. निखिल सर नहीं है, वो बोल रहे हैं कि आज अच्छा लगा आपको देख के, पर आज निखिल सर नहीं है. निखिल सर कल आ रहे हैं ना? निखिल सर थोड़ा अपना वो उनको
Niggles.
निगल्स तो है.
Yes. We played in the heat, toiled in the heat.
What heat?
Humidity.
Say humidity.
ठीक है.
But sweating is.
We were sweating
That
like.
must be my God.
वैसे we
No,
were sweating.
You had parked yourself somewhere at short cover.
Backward square leg.
Huh?
Backward square leg.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what Arun was telling me today? By the way, he's like, यार सिडवी जहाँ खड़ा होता है नॉर्मली काफी रन जाते हैं. Ball only didn't go there half the time.
Ball आया ही नहीं.
हाँ.
Did you actually touch the ball?
Yes.
Once. Yeah, once.
Yeah, I did.
Once I remember you saw. I saw you.
And plus, I was asked to go and do the lives. So I just
He had to
couldn't.
sub out also after a point.
Yeah.
Despite it being his
He was
off day, mind you.
multitasking.
Look at that.
It was my off day, but then I had to do it. And, but I still, I mean, the real hero for me was Rahul. He took
taking this-
blows on his stomach, on his hands. On
Arre,
his,
why are you telling this to people that he can't even catch the ball
no,
with the gloves?
he couldn't see at one point because the lights were so bright.
The lights did
Yeah,
actually.
you just say, I can't see
Lights
the
were
ball.
weird.
And
No, it was because
Abhijit,
of the color of
no,
the ball.
and Abhijit and Pushpesh are bowling at 150 kmph, man. Come on. Yes.
No, they weren't bowling at 150 kmph. It's a bit
Not
much.
50 kmph. Sorry, they are faster.
Then we should say Pushpesh for India.
Yes.
Pushpesh for T20 World
Pushpesh
Cup.
for T20 World Cup.
It's an absolute meme, by the way, over here.
It's a snake sort of a.
He's the right-hand version of Sohail Tanvir. I'm telling you.
No, but Sohail Tanvir was wrong.
But he was wrong foot also, Sohail Tanvir.
What kind of that action? Kind of
Action sure.
whiplash kind of an
First
action.
ball that he bowled. I don't know what sort of an action is this, but then he bowled.
Or a quicker version of Shivnarayan Chandrapal.
I've never seen Shivnarayan Chandrapal.
Chandapal would be like.
I never knew
Yes, just check
can't
Chandapal's
remember.
action.
I only remember is that batting stance. That's the one
Anybody
I
remembers Inzamam ul Haq's bowling action?
Oh yes,
I
left
think I was too
armour.
young for that.
Left
No?
armour.
Duck.
And you would chuck it.
He would chuck it.
Oh.
Yes.
He would chuck.
But he troubled Tendulkar with swing. That much I can tell you.
No,
Sharjah.
and you know, the most unheralded bowlers would usually trouble Sachin Tendulkar.
Yes.
You wouldn't have any
Hansi.
familiarity with them, right?
Hansi Cronje.
Hansi Cronje.
Hansi
was
Cronje,
one, yeah.
even Bangwa for that matter.
Paumiam
Paumiam
Bangwa.
Bangwa.
Bangwa,
yes.
And Gavin Larson from New
Larson, the postman, would always trouble him. Yes.
from New Zealand. So bowlers, so bowlers who wouldn't have that kind of a pace would usually trouble
Yeah.
Sachin.
Sachin. Yeah.
Whereas
Because-
Inzi was troubled by Sachin 9 times. I think he got him out. Sachin got Inzi out 9 times.
Oh.
Isn't it?
They're very similar to Virat.
Oh, Virat was another one. Yeah, out of nowhere, the arms one, and I still remember that one time when the ICC released archival footage, and you had Kohli describe himself as an all-rounder,
Yeah.
as a bowler of what medium fast pace.
You know who was his favorite cricketer?
Who?
Herschel Gibbs.
Who's
Virat Kohli.
at that time?
In that 2008 Under-19 World Cup, they're
Herschel
introducing
Gibbs.
each other.
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
Right arm, medium fast bowler. My favorite cricketer, Herschel Gibbs.
I remember saying this. Yeah,
Ravindra Jadeja's was Yuvraj Singh. Quickly was speaking Jadeja because his English was
What
unfortunately poor at that time. So.
Kohli.
Oh yeah, there is Kohli.
And nothing for me beats that day where I remember, I think the Delhi versus KKR match. KKR were losing badly, and then you see Shreyas here, and I'm like, hey, this guy bowls. He's thinking, how can I finish off the match? No problem. It's not like they're winning anyway.
Yep.
I'll just bowl my part-time off spinners.
Now watch this.
Wow, Inzi.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was swing. He swung the ball from off to wide of leg stump. That was Inzi for you. See.
Oh my God, his arm was bending this much. How is that allowed?
40 degrees.
Yeah. And you can't say like, unlike someone like say,
Right, he tried a malinga right from the back of his back.
this is what it reminds me of. It's like when we were playing in parks and you'd give the ball to the kids to bowl.
Yeah.
Who haven't developed like full round arm stuff and they'd be bowling.
And look at the spelling there. That's the spelling. And then umpire gives it a
No ball.
My
Yes.
God. Yeah, actually, it's like those kids in the park who haven't developed round arm and full bhatta bowling, nothing
And
else.
imagine it's in the first 10 overs they were giving him. That was Pakistan,
think
Mercurial
that's Sharjah,
Pakistan. Yeah, Sharjah 1996.
Soon after the World Cup.
Yes.
I think the final was played between India and Pakistan. Sachin got 100.
Huh.
Or
Sidhu
Navjot
also got
Singh,
a,
yes.
Azharuddin, I think, hit
Azharuddin
29 runs of
blasted
Ataur Rahman.
24 of
Ataur Rahman. 305 for, and Pakistan got only 1 over to
And
chase.
Ataur Rahman had to take injections because it was very hot and humid
Yeah.
that day, and he was at the boundary taking injections. And
Ataur Rahman.
I think for Inzamam, always that one memory I have, I don't remember who it was against, some English bowler, where he ended up getting hit wicket.
Monty Panesar.
Monty!
Ah.
Right, Monty. Ah.
he fell, I think. He fell over the stumps. He fell over the stumps.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
one of the
Poor
most
Inzi.
comical.
Anyways, guys,
Yes.
we'll take your leave today. RCB,
Yeah.
Yeah,
won
you'd be
today.
forgiven for wondering what we were talking about,
They-
but RCB won, CSK are out of the
Out,
playoff
yeah.
contention.
They fought to live another day, and
But I still love
Kala Dhoni forever.
Kala Dhoni forever. CSK
so who's
forever.
playing tomorrow?
The 50th game of IPL is tomorrow.
The
Delhi
big
Capitals.
match. And according to Siri, this would be the most crucial game.
Delhi Capitals versus Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Because it can really turn that table upside down.
Number 3 to number 6. Everything will go for a toss.
that to happen, Delhi has to win, right?
No,
No.
even an SRH win will suddenly have put pressure on RCB. Yeah.
Because if SRH win, then
go to
RR go to 4th, RCB go to 5th.
And remember, they have a far less better net run rate than the other two.
Yes.
And if
RCB
DC
has the
Yeah.
Negative. Yeah.
worst net run rate,
Bar Mumbai.
just better than Mumbai.
Yeah.
DC, if they win, they will go to 4th, SRH go to 5th, Punjab stay in 6th.
Chalo, we'll see.
We will see you
cross
guys
the bridge
tomorrow.
when it comes.
Yep.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow for
Good
the
night.
half century of IPL.
Good night. Bye bye.
Yeah, and please, tomorrow
Don't forget-
also don't forget to subscribe.
Download the Gamezy app.
Link
and
in the
play your
descriptor.
fantasy.
5 crores. It's a big money, man.
I need to see how much I won.
Yeah, just check how much you won.
I'm not sure it'll be good anyway. I captained Virat in one of my teams.
Oops.
And just a punt.
No,
Yeah.
but it's not a bad choice to have Virat as your captain because he will score runs.
Poor strike rate though, but it's okay.
Strike rate may.
So it's Hala Real Madrid.